Hello everybody and welcome to my first ever video on Michael Morpurgo books. Now, Michael Morpurgo is one of my favourite book writers of all time. He wrote one of the famous book called War Horse, he wrote Private Peaceful, and etc, etc. Now, in this video we're going to be doing something slightly different. I'm going to be splitting it into two sections. One pile of Michael Morpurgo books here and here. The first one might be a bit long because there's more books than you think there are than the second pile. So, with further ado, hope you like this video. Give me when you like my video, and also leave notifications down below. Now, anyway, let's begin. So the first book we're going to be pick is Michael Morpurgo, Friend or Foe. So, Friend or Foe, published in 1977, which was one of his first, one of his well-known books, and it's really about a boy called David and Tuck, and it's about war, so it's kind of into the middle of the war in London, and they've been forced to evacuate, and they've been put into a new family, and they want to go back to their place, but they can't. So that's one of the first ever Michael Morpurgo books. Now, as we move on to his well-known book, which is War Horse, which published in 1982. It's about World War One, and it's about a farm boy and a horse called Joey. It's basically based on the horse telling the story than the boy, and it's a really good book. I recommend it for anyone who wants to read it. Now, another good book, which is Why the Whale Came. I haven't read it, but a lot of people have told me that I should read it. It's got a very interesting blurb. It's about Grace and Danny have been warned to stay away from the mad Birdman, but a message is said to tell the Birdman isn't what he seems. Then they get lost in fog and stranded on Samson's Island. Should they believe the Birdman story, that the island is cursed? Which is quite like a mystery story, because this guy called the Birdman is trying to tell the truth, but the people or the villagers think he's not telling the truth. So it's kind of like a 50-50 with the situation with the kids. Anyway, next is The King of the Clouds Forest. It's another Michael Morpurgo book. As you can see, it's when Japan invades China. Ashley, uncle, son are forced to flee. It's a perilous journey across the Himalayas, and they struggle to survive. Then Ashley is captured. Who are these strangest creatures that revere him as their king? Quite of a mystery, but haven't also read some of these books. I haven't read, but anyway. Now, this book I have definitely read. It's My Friend Walter. It is about a girl who's a little girl who's reading a book, and when she's in the castle, she remembers a person who originally lived there called Sir Walter. She's the person that can see him, but other people can't. So she's like, she can see him and talk to him, but people think that the little girl's strange. But this is based in where Queen Elizabeth I, when the Queen Elizabeth first, so it's probably a long time ago, like a long time when Queen Elizabeth ruled England. But anyway, it's a good book. Recommend it for anyone. If anyone's got any questions about any of these books, leave a notification down below. Anyway, another book. So My Friend Walter came out in 1988, and The King of the Clouds Forest came out in 1987. But this one is the Jenkins War of Ear, which came out in 1993. This was in the 90s. Well, they all were in the 90s, but some of them were. It's about a good story. Haven't read it. But I recommend, as I just said again, I recommend anything. I think Michael Morpurgo's done a great job on some of these books, telling it from people's point of view, like in first person. So, yeah. Next, we move on to The Wreck of Zanzibar. The Wreck of Zanzibar is about a ship that got sunk. Life on Sicily Isles in 1907 is bleak and full of hardship. Laura's twin brother, Billy, disappears, and then storms devastates everything. It seems the little hope that is until the Zanzibar is wrecked on the island rock and everything changes. So that's a kind of weird, kind of a good and kind of mysterious book to read. But I recommend anyone around about probably 9 to 14 to read it. Next one is one of my new books that came the other day, which is The Butterfly Line. Now, I remember this book when I was at primary school, round about in year 3, and the teacher read this book, and it was so touching and really good to read. And I think that Michael Morpurgo, or should I say Sir Michael Morpurgo, has done an immaculate job on everything. But he's done, he's done an award-winning. Well, this book was old, so Private Peaceful was later. Private Peaceful. He's also got a load of award-winning books such as War Horse and Private Peaceful, which is a well-known one. Anyway, this is my first episode of Michael Morpurgo books. Next episode is going to be carrying on from Butterfly Line, and then we go on and on. So hope you enjoy. Stay safe, everyone, and hope everyone well.